Good morning, everyone. I am back in real form. I know it's been so long since I've streamed on camera. I think almost like a full week now. So I'm still a little sick. I have my cough drops. I am allergic to not menthol, eucalyptus. Makes my tongue swell. So I can only have Fisherman's Friend. It's my best friend. My best friend. But I'm still a little plugged in my nose and still a little coffee. So and I have coffee in real life. It's my first time drinking coffee because I'm going to try and stay awake all day today. I have to be up till 9 tonight and then I'm going to die in bed. So yeah, thank you for everyone that has been very patient in this last week. I have been so sick, and as every tradition, and I come back from a trip, I die a little inside. So hopefully you guys are doing well. We got lots of people in the chat. We got Hal, Smooth the DJ. How you doing? I know you're on night, sir. Hopefully you're okay. Holocron, good morning. Thank you for the kind message in the comments. I do read the comments. I thought it was nice for you to say that you enjoy the real me versus the VTube. I thought it was just a means to an end to do the VTubing. It wasn't like something I'm going to do permanently. So if I have a blah day or a sicky day and I'm just not feeling good, I'm going to VTube. Hi, Alex. Who else do we have in the chat here? We got Selwind. Ooh, with the dancing emo. I miss dancing. Pink CEO. Hal says, I enjoy streams like this. They really help me in my quest to become a model citizen. Ha! I see what you did there. Good morning, Rick. Hi, Andrew. Buckshot. Who else we got? Wayne Floyd. Are you related to another Mr. Floyd? I'll get better eventually, I know. We also got Biz Razorback. Cons Pox. Kind of feel bad, man. Yeah, it's a bit of con crud, but I knew when I was talking to people in the loud room, it's really hard to hear, and we're like, there's a table between, and I'm leaning in, and I'm thinking, they're just breathing on my face. I'm definitely gonna get sick, but I hope I get sick after the trip, which, thank you, universe, for letting me get sick after the trip, not during, like last year. Nihilist graphics, building bimbos today. Yeah, I'm not so bimbo-y today. I'm like sicko. So, yeah.
Okay. Sicko mode.
Yeah. Buckshot, I kind of like the VTuber model. Well, that will maybe happen sometimes. Just sometimes. Hi, Ken. We got Max here. He's back from his morning routine. We'll call it morning routine.
I guess you could call it that. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for having me on. And yeah, you look like Quarterback Garrett. You've got
Yeah,
his, like,
I have his merch, and this is actually not his hat. This is a ponyback hat. His hat, it's a cool hat, but I thought it was too. I feel like too much of a shill for Garrett. So this has a little for your man buns. So it's kind of still representing. kind of still
I like it.
represents. So you can have your ponytail as high as you want. I'm an affiliate for Ponyback, but I know most of my audience is male. But if you have a lady friend that likes to wear ponytails and hats, this is a very good gift. I might add. But yeah, we have
Look at
Max
that.
von Priestley who's gonna voice tell me how to paint. This is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be
Oh
very
gosh.
interesting.
Well, yeah, good morning. Hello to everyone. And yeah, no, Xray Girl has already gotten her units built and is on to painting. So I'm going to try and do as best as I can to kind of help her through that. I'm not an expert in any way, shape, or form. However, I think we can make some good work here. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how people respond because I do know that we have plenty of Warhammer fans in the chats as well who will tell us if we're doing something wrong. But
Yeah, I painted them, and Max did tell me how to paint them. I tried, and I still got it looks like cracked sand where it got a little more wet than I wanted it to.
mm,
So, I mean, it's fine. It's my first
that's
time.
this
I'm
is
not gonna cry.
I was gonna say that's the only time that you don't want something to be too wet. Normally, you always want to the other way around. But
Wow. Wow. Okay. There we go. First innuendo of the day. It wasn't even from me.
it wasn't even you. It's
Yeah.
just what happens on these streams now. But yeah, no, whenever you were priming, it's difficult to kind of control
The
the
flow.
amount of spray, yeah, the
The
flow
flow.
of the spray. And
Yeah.
so it's always that's always a little bit more difficult, but
But I think I did a good job on the actual figures. Like they look good from what I could see, and I made sure to check their chests out.
hey,
Oh snap!
yeah, look at that. Nice. Good deal, good deal.
Yeah, it looks pretty
Now we're
good.
talking.
It's really hard to figure out which way to put my hand. Now you can see the detailing of the figure way better. Oh, I also wanted to shout out Rolo Tomasi. I was on his
Mm,
channel, Rational Male,
you
um,
were.
for a show, and he actually gave me some a figure. Oh, where we go? Where are we going?
Oh yeah, he did. Are you planning on building that one or did you build that one
Yeah,
already?
no, no. So Primaris Captain with Power Fist. So it's a Space Marine. It's pretty cool looking. Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
having a really
he's
hard time like figuring out which way to direct it. So it's gonna be part of my Space Marine. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lightly paint a little first, and then see how I like painting, and then I'll build him. Today we're actually gonna keep it at 2 hours because your girl needs to rest in between. So I'm not gonna push it. But you're gonna teach me how to uh my palette, prepare my palette,
Yeah.
and prepare my paints.
And I think that's good because normally even what I'll tend to do is like sometimes I'll find some um, raggedy models or some old models that I have that aren't painted. And if I'm trying to do a new paint scheme or if I'm trying to get back into like the swing of things, I will paint the practice model first just to see if that's like how I actually want the paint scheme to be. And then I'll continue that with the rest of the models that I want. So I think that's a good strategy. And
Yeah.
yeah, look at you. You've got your army painter brushes, you've got your wet palette.
Oh,
You're crushing it right now.
I opened it the wrong way.
Uh-oh. What happened? Is that a bad thing or a good thing?
Um, it's doesn't matter now.
Okay.
Just the nippers fell out, and I have an extra pair of nippers.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, and I have three paintbrushes. Okay, this is good. I like uh,
Noise.
I like variety,
Variety, a
except in my
diverse
men.
palette.
You're welcome, Mark.
Um, so someone in my chat asks if I gave you your MVP hat yet. And funny
Sad
story,
seas.
I know. So I go to UPS yesterday actually, because I
Mm-hmm.
was gonna surprise you and I was gonna send it out to you.
No,
And
no. We
s-
have plans.
yes, we do. So, but I didn't realize that until, we had texted. So
Oh, you sent them out
I
anyway.
No, no. So I go to the post office, and I was like, "Hey, what could you give me a quote for like what it might be to get to you know, this location in Canada roughly?" And he's like, "Sure, yeah, it's just the hat, and I just had your one hat." And he's like, "Yep, all right, that'll be." And I'm
$40.
thinking like, well, that was the thing. I was like, I'm thinking $40 to $50, right? This MFer says
Shut
$90
the front
to s-
door.
to send a hat to you.
Oh my God.
I looked at him and I was like, that's not
The
real. And
hat is not $90. Oh my God.
he was like, I know, man, it's crazy. And so we both got a good chuckle out of that because I was like, yeah,
I'm not sending
I
it.
that would be the most expensive hat I've ever purchased or paid for somebody.
No,
So I
no,
think
no. No, it's okay, but we have plans. So, I'm going to Dallas Fan Expo, y'all.
yeah, you are.
I'm excited. I purchased my tickets last night. um, Flight, hotel booked, Dallas Expo tickets paid for. So it's happening. I was gonna originally drive, but I'm gonna fly because as y'all have seen, I get sick and I really don't want to do the drive home myself.
Yeah.
So
We don't want you getting the con crud and then
um,
having to drive home that entire way
yeah.
with that
So
sicky.
the plan is when I go and do my visit to Gary slash con, I think it's gonna happen in October. I'll go to Gary's first by myself, drive down there, hang out, and then Mark is gonna come home with me on the drive home so that I have at least a second person in case.
Oh.
In case. Yeah. So that's the plan. A
Y-
Spirit is a American or is it a? Have you ever heard of Spirit?
Uh,
I think it's a
I,
Canadian.
I have heard of Spirit. I don't know if they're like a
It's a
offshoot or
budget.
off-brand.
I don't know if it's a
Yeah, they
budget.
are a budget airline, but
I don't
um,
mind budget airlines. See, when I fly with Mark, because he's a army, he sometimes gets bags for free. So we just
what
have
he
to
gets ba
like
bags,
checked in bags for free.
ba bags or bags?
Shut up. I see what you did there, sir.
I
Bags,
don't know what a bag is,
a
but I know what a
bag,
bag is.
a bagel,
Bagel. Do you say pillow instead of pillow
Palo,
as well?
Palo,
And yeah.
Palo. I
Um,
say Palo.
hello.
It's not even any of the ones that you provided.
Yeah, I choose D, all of the above. Um, but yeah, no, I'm glad that that you're flying. I think that's a lot smarter and or not just smarter, but it'll just be easier on you, you know?
Yeah,
And and yeah, now I get to see you. I can't believe I get to see you in literally a month
a month.
again.
I'm
It'll
excited.
be
I'm
awesome.
excited. And you know what's funny? I was about to book business class because it was like $150 to book a business class, but I only wanted one way. And they're like, you can't buy the budget ticket to go and then business class back.
Oh
You have to
no,
buy it both ways. And I'm like,
both ways.
no. Why
Ah,
offer it? Because I saw it was like 150. I'm like, I have to pay for a check bag anyways, and that's like $70 usually. Canadian, 50 American. Um, and so I'm like, why not? And then they're like, yep, nope, you have to do both. And I'm like, so it would have been like 350, I think, for all extra on top of my ticket. I'm like, nah, nah. I was excited. I
yeah.
was a little excited, but then they took it from under me
Um,
because I would never pay
um,
for business usually. Never. Heck
were
no.
you were just feeling bougie and having fun? You're like, why not? I might as well go and
Well,
by
it was
myself.
the
Be a
price
little.
of two checked bags, right? Like if I checked a bag to go there and checked a bag to go back. So I was like, why
Uh,
not pay for one way? Because I only needed a checked bag on the way back because I have some merch I
right.
need to bring home from Garrett's. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, they decided to be all like, nope, you gotta pay for the minimum on both sides. So
It's
it's fine.
it's how they get you.
It's how they get you. But we got Cajun Corey for $1.99 says, see you in Dallas, X-Ray. Oh, I'm excited. And get to see you again. I'm sure there's a lot of other
Nice.
people too. So, but it will be nice. I'll see you in your LSU hat. Admiral R2 has become a banana member. And Hokies for 10
Ooh.
says, flashback to X-Ray driving in games. And then puts the scared emoji. I remember you chatting away when I was playing GTA 5. That was really painful. For most people. Not painful for me. Because I was driving. Okay, so what do I do? So I have my palette. There's bags of stuff inside the palette. So we got a soft plushy kind of layer. So I think I need to take at least one of them out.
Yeah, so there should be like a spongy layer.
Yeah, this is spongy
And then
soft layer.
okay. And then there should be like a wax paper layer
So is the wax on top
and
or on the bottom?
on top. Yeah, because that's where you'll put your paints. And essentially what you'll do is you'll kind of put water over the over the spongy part of the wet palette.
So not on the
And
wax?
no, not yet. I
So
think
I
you
touch
can pour
water
a little
on my
bit, but
finger and then I pet the sponge.
pour a little bit on the sponge until it's kind of like soaked through the sponge. You want it evenly distributed.
Oh,
And
so I'm
then
petting it
once
right
you're
now. That's not a good idea.
oh, you're petting it. Um, and then you'll put the wax paper over it, and the wax paper will kind of fall over the spongy part and let kind of some of the water seep through that bottom. And
So it's got to be like a little moist.
yeah, the M word, correct.
Okay. It looks like a, a woman's part almost.
Oh, a woman's
Well,
item, a healthcare item.
no. Like it's like, it's wet and cold. I don't like it.
Oh, okay.
You see it? You see it now?
Oh, now I see it. Now I see it.
I'm being a
You don't
child.
want it to be cold. Wet of that.
No.
Wet is fine, but you don't want it to be cold.
The actual water? You want it to be hot?
Oh no, I was saying the other thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
innuendo.
Yeah.
I want it extra hot.
Hey, Smooth the DJ, thank you for the gifted membership, brother. I appreciate you
Oh,
doing that.
Smoo has
Very
gifted
kind of you.
memberships on my side too. Wow, Shmoo! Thank you. You're so
Noise.
kind. So kind. I have such lovely people around me. Thank you, Smoo, for the 10 gifted memberships. Holy crap. Andrew Matthews for 5 British pounds says, ask MVP how to say Derby. It is wrong. It is Derby. Was named after Lord Derby. Huh?
Oh.
How do you say Derby, Max?
Eh? Like
Derby.
I thought at first he was saying like Dobby, like from Harry Potter, but no, you're talking about like the Derby, like the sporting event, I think it is, or that like there's yeah, I forget, but I say it just Derby, I guess, right?
Okay, this wet sponge is really confusing me. I don't want to get too wet, but I think I have to get it more wet. Oh my god, if I'm gonna spend like 20 minutes trying to get the sponge wet, I might at this rate. I'm trying to get a nice even wetness.
Yeah,
Guys,
I'd say whatever you feel like is effective enough to where it's like not soaked through,
oh,
where it's just like pouring out of the container, but just enough to where, yeah, that top like wax part is moist.
okay. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit out. It sounds like I'm peeing. I'm not, I swear.
uh, Vinzinger asks, let's see here. Oh, it was
Ooh.
lost it on me. He says, "Hey MVP, would you get a girlfriend in Asia or Latin America?" Neither. I would go to the Netherlands and I'd find
Max likes
a
his
woman there.
blondes.
You know what? Actually, I like my brunettes.
What? I was under
Yeah,
the impression you like blondes.
my track record has been brunettes mainly. But however, the most beautiful woman I've ever met in my entire life was from Sweden. So I'd go up, up, up into the
Okay.
north and find
It's
a
not wet
woman
enough,
there.
is it? It's not sticking.
I'm going, as we're talking about women, it's not wet
Shut
enough.
up. It's not wet enough. No, this is like a serious technical question. If you look at my stream, it's like not sticking to the thing. Oh
That's
well.
okay. Sometimes it'll kind of roll up, so you just kind of have to smooth it out. I see what you're talking about though, how it's kind of rolling. So if you smooth it and you let that water kind of seep into that wax paper, you'll be good.
I gotta let it. We
Um,
need seepage.
we need
Seepage.
we need leakage and seepage.
Leakage and seepage, but not too wet. A nice light wet.
Yeah, yeah,
A little
yeah.
moist. This is cold and moist.
Little, oh God.
This doesn't sound nice, does it? Okay, does this look good? I'm gonna give you the peace sign in the camera. That way you know that this is where I mean.
I'm looking at it. It looks okay. I still think maybe you could even put a little bit more in, but let's try this and see how it works.
No, I think I need more
Um,
water. I squeezed too
okay.
much out. Sorry.
Okay.
This is the first time me wetting the sponge and using the wax paper. Stop. This is like, I actually don't mean innuendos this time. Usually I'm like, yeah, innuendo, yeah. No, this is like for realsies, guys. I'm trying to learn.
You're doing great. You're doing great. Because once you get the wet palette figured out, I will admit, like, the first time I ever painted, I was literally just using like a napkin, and it was just the worst. Like my paints were awful. So if you can get this down as a beginner, you're gonna be so golden.
I want to be
Um,
golden, but not golden
yeah,
showered. Okay, Mark? I know
no,
you're in
we
the chat. Okay, how
we're
does this look? I'm giving you thumb. Oh my god, thumbs up. I feel like that looks better. It's like
ooh,
plastered
already
over.
that look. Yeah, oh yeah, that looks
Yeah.
much better. Now we're talking. Now we're nice and wet, boys.
Now we're wet. We're the perfect wet here, guys.
We're the
Okay,
perfect
that was an innuendo for sure that time.
Yeah, no, I'm liking it now.
Oh,
Now we're talking.
Max is like, I'm ready for this. I'm
He
ready for
he
painting.
we are my body is ready for painting.
Well, I mean, the Space Marines' bodies, and I mean, guys, I learned that Space Marines are not very sexual. They're very violent. So, I mean, this
Yeah.
this is not going to be hot at all.
They don't have time for thinking of mere sex. All they think of is war and suffering.
Murder.
Murder and purging the heretic. Yeah, that's pretty much all they're worth.
So I
Um
was thinking of painting like all their one item. So it could be like all their belts or all their, I don't know. But like, what is this?
yeah,
What is this
you
for?
want to what? Let me wait till your thing
Like a
catches up.
metal thing. Putting it up to him.
Oh, I think it's a mold line remover. Um,
Oh, it's
so it's
getting the
kind of like,
crevices.
yeah, get all up in them crevices. Yeah. I prefer the hobby knife, but because that one's pretty thick and the hobby knife is a little bit sharper. So, um, like the X-Acto blade. So it's up to you though.
Oh,
I've used it before and it just, yeah.
someone suggested using a credit card. My wallet's too far, so I'm going to use the whatever this thing is, and the crevicer. Call it the crevicer, because yeah,
Ah,
I wanted to smooth out
to
the
kind of smooth
lines.
it out. Okay.
I'm so like, there's like ADD around certain things, and like that did really bother me.
Yeah,
There
no,
we
that's
go.
fair.
It's beautiful and flat.
Okay. I was about
Hold
to say,
yourself, sir.
I
Hold
was about to
yourself.
say you never want flat and beautiful. Sure, sure. Now I will say, yeah, you want to kind of assembly line these guys. So whatever part you're going to paint first, which I would recommend is the armor, you want to paint whatever the largest amount of surface area there is first. So for Space Marines, it's going to be their armor. So if you want to do blue, purple, red, green, um, we're gonna grab that paint and we're gonna put it on that wet palette. Um, and we're gonna water it down just a little bit till it's a little thin, and then we're gonna start applying that paint as like a base coat layer on all the armor.
Okay, so
Does that kind of make sense?
yeah. I think I'm looking at the main set, and they're all like blue because I guess that's
Hmm.
space color. Um, I'm gonna choose purple instead, and they're gonna be purple Space Marines. They're gonna look like
All right.
Barney Space Marines, but
Hell
scarier.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Barney. I think what I'm
I'm
gonna do
down
is
for it.
I'm gonna how do I make purple a blue and red? Because I don't think I have a purple color,
Okay.
right?
S- I
Black.
don't believe that package comes with purple.
No. I see yellow, red, brown, white. Ew, this green looks like atomic poo poo. Oh, I have to mix them too because they separated.
Oh yeah, you're gonna want to shake the paint pots up a little bit
Okay, so we
before
need red
you
and
start.
blue. Did I have blue in my hand? No, I didn't. And then maybe a tad of either white or black. So I'm gonna have that on hand. White, just to darken or lighten the color up.
Good call, good call.
We're using our
See,
knowledge.
you already know your color theory.
I have great color theory.
Mhm.
Maybe not in style, but you know. I was listening to Think Before You Sleep podcast or video. And it's funny because I found him through Brittany Venti, and it was so funny because I just watched her video on Pearl and talking about color theory, and then to hear Think Before You Sleep color theory talk about color theory, I thought was hilarious. I
Oh,
don't know why.
do
They're
they have like a
friends,
different?
huh?
Because I was actually talking about like legitimate like color theory within arts, but is
Oh,
there like a color theory for like politics
fashion.
and stuff? Oh,
Fashion
for
and
fashion.
fashion and
Okay.
color and makeup and hair, and so yeah, there's like undertones of color in your skin. You might like, I'm technically like more of a like a yellowy undertone, olive undertone, whereas like uh you
That's
might have
racist.
more of like a
No, I'm
pink
kidding.
undertone.
Okay.
Or is it colorist? Is stating a
Yeah.
fact,
Yeah.
like that's the funny part, is I think stating a fact should not be racist. Well, I mean,
You
like,
would you would think X-Ray Girl, but apparently facts are racist. So
I know they just don't want to hear the truth, and I think that's funny.
yeah, it's pretty wild. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I would most likely do better with probably like a blue color palette or like a, I don't know, more like darker colors. Because if I have like lighter colors, if I wear lighter colors, it might wash me out because my skin color is more pink and peachy. You know what I mean?
Peachy, yep,
Peachy.
yep.
Gotta love the peach.
Peaches, peach, 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 peaches, peaches. Did you watch that?
Peach is peach?
Oh,
Like,
no, Mario.
no, I don't know.
Mario. Yeah. So
Oh,
he has a song for Peach, and yeah. Well, I think you have to see it to, you know. I
yeah.
have to
I didn't,
aggressively shake this.
I did not contribute to the 1 billion, unfortunately.
Oh, that's okay.
Um, but yeah, you're gonna want to shake the hell out of that bad boy.
Well, Theodore says Maniac got crap for saying that Asian skin has more yellow tint in his mini painting video. People are crazy. That
Oh
is
my
not
God.
crazy. Yes, we have a yellow undertone. Yellow slash olive. More on the yellow side, but I have olive as well. Yeah. Guys, I'm not pink undertone. I think that's a I think that's absolutely insane. But there's a
It's
pink Pretty Marines Arch chapter in the Angry Marines. Ooh, pretty and pink. Okay, it looks
mm.
like I'm like jerking things off right now, like shaking.
Is Mark secretly off camera?
Or he's in camera.
Ooh.
Just the important part.
Oh, you're double fisting. You
I
got
know,
both
that's
of
why I
them.
said it looks so bad right now. Because I have four pots.
Oh.
I need to paint the blue, red, and white and black.
Oh, that's too funny.
I wish I had like, you know those paint shakers at like the paint stores to mix them
Oh
up?
yeah.
You know, I need one
That
of
would be
those.
dope. You do need one of those. Yeah, I have seen a couple painters have those. Uh, Woad Warrior says, "Color wheel is your friend. I like to go opposite on bases, sometimes to make the model stand out a bit more." Absolutely, Woad. Like for my Black Templars, uh, because they are, or like if I have a model that has a lot of detail or like a lot of different colors going on, I normally go with a very neutral base, like a gray, because you want the color to pop on the model, right? Like you want the details to pop on the model, not so much on the base. As opposed to like, Catachan fighters or these Imperial Guard, they have more like a drab green or beige. So you can do something more fun with the base because it's not as
Ooh!
you don't need that to pop as
I'm
much.
opening it up now.
Ooh,
What
okay.
do I do? What do I do?
What do I do? Oh my God.
Oh
Everyone,
my god!
everyone
Oh
panic.
my god! I actually have no idea what to do.
Just pour the pot of paint over the model and you'll be fine.
Over
No.
the model?
Yeah.
What?
So do you have a brush that says like base coat or like a base layer or something like that brush? Or
Uh,
one that has like a larger bristle tip.
m- you mean more bristles in general?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a black one that says starter brush. Surprise there.
Okay.
And then I have three white ones that says small dry brush, regiment brush, insane detail.
Okay, let's start with the starter brush, probably.
If you want to see the tips. So this is the
I always love seeing the tips.
so the one on the right is the small dry brush, middle is regiment brush, and insane detail is I think we're definitely not using the insane detail one.
No, yeah, you'll most likely want to use either the regiment or the starter. Because the dry brush is a completely different brush. You'll use that only when we're doing a dry brush technique,
Ooh.
which is totally different than the wet
But what
palette.
if I want it wet? I'm kidding. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Enough said. Okay. Basically, this is going to be a whole video of me figuring out how to get my palette all set up, and then I'm not even going to paint.
No, that's totally fine. Because once you get it set up, you'll then, like I said, you're gonna be a pro. Because then you'll know exactly how to do it every time.
Okay.
So,
So I got my. Oh shoot! That's the dry brush. Oops. Wrong one. Wrong one.
um, and so you have your bowl of water, right? Or like
Yes.
your cup of water. Okay.
Yes.
Because we'll need to use that as well.
All right. Do I wet it first?
Yeah. Wet a little bit of the brush. Kind of grab some paint from the pot
With the
and
paint?
put it. Say again.
With the paint? Wet it with the paint? Or wet it
Uh,
with water, the paintbrush?
um. Let's take the brush and let's grab a little bit of paint, put it onto the wet palette, and then we'll grab some water and we'll thin it out a little bit on the wet palette.
Is this
So,
enough? I put a little dot.
I mean, you probably we're practicing here, so you can get a little bit messy if you want. I mean, no harm, no foul. Oh yeah, you're gonna want more than that
That's why I
little
was like, I don't
guy.
know how much you want
Yeah,
me to grab.
I'd grab a good portion, good handful, nice thickness.
Can you tell I'm like very
Um,
scared of using stuff? It's like
it's very cute. Um, but
you're
I
like
I totally
more.
understand.
You're like more.
More. I want you to grab more.
Oh, I've heard that
Um,
before.
yeah.
Okay, how about that?
It's looking good. It's looking good.
You're like extra girl. What are we painting again? The armor. There's so much more. I need like a scooper. Like I'm not getting much on each transfer.
That's okay. Um, and you're gonna kind of just circle it around. You're gonna move some of that paint around so that all of it kind of stays moist. And and then
No,
you're gonna wash your brush off so that all that paint that you've collected isn't just like stuck to all the bristles. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna put
And then
the bowl in
do
the
you have a
picture too.
do you have a paper towel by chance?
I have um I can
Or like
get
a
some.
napkin or
I'll be right back.
okay. Okay. Um, Chat, let's see what you got. Oh, Jay says, fashion-wise, you need to think ocean or sky type colors, blue, green, slate gray, deep blue, navy instead of black. Some deep wine reds. Oh, interesting. Eggplant purple. All right, all right. Well, thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. Woad says, I'm loving these build streams, has motivated me to work through my pile of shame a bit while I listen. Hey man, that's great. I mean that's fantastic, and I'm glad that these have kind of gotten you to do that. I mean, because to be
Okay.
honest, this is what this is
I
doing for me as
am
well.
almost back.
So,
Sorry, headphones.
oh, you're good.
Okay.
But yeah, Woad, thanks to Xray Girl, I mean, I've been able to get more through more of my plastic crack in the past few weeks than I have been in my past few years. So it's been great
Yay!
to get some of this done
Oh, someone
because I
says I
have
should get
a
dropper
box.
bottles. Maybe I'll consider that.
Yeah, at some point, maybe in the future, if you want to do dropper bottles, Army Painter has some great paints that have those. Citadel is great as well, but I don't think they have the dropper bottles for Citadel.
Okay, so I should do this a few times because I know brushes can get really insane with the paints. I do remember being in school and painting. Okay, now I'm going to use the red. I'm going to close the cap. Okay.
And you'll do pretty much the same technique. You'll grab some of the red, throw it onto the palette,
Beside
and then
or? Yeah,
I
beside.
would say next to it, yeah. And then little by little, begin to kind of add some of the red into the blue. And once you get the color that you want, you know, that's when we'll know, okay, this is the perfect like 1-to-1 ratio or whatnot, you know.
I'm going to try get a 1-to-1 first before I dip. I don't want to keep dipping back and forth and having to clean.
Mm.
That looks good. All right. All right, we're mixing. Guys, we're
See,
mixing.
you're doing it. You're doing it. I'm so proud of you.
I was told never to mix colors, but I'm doing it.
Really?
I'm
Who said
joking.
that?
I'm joking. This is
Okay.
I heard in Save the Last Dance, water or milk doesn't mix with oil, but it
Mm,
does.
blasphemy.
Oh, it's like a dark purple. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting a little bit of white in it, I think.
Okay. Yeah, because you want
A royal
like a egg
purple,
a royal purple. Okay.
because it's the color
Well,
of royals.
I was gonna say purple is very like the purple robes of, past like prophets and, elegant royalty in Rome. Like purple was a very royal color. So,
Do you know why?
no, do you?
It was the most expensive color to get because of the
Oh,
rarity,
nice.
which is why it was the color of the royals. And then when I heard that, I was like, that's me. Kidding.
From that day on, X-Ray only wore purple.
All right. I think in the next time I could also just put more red instead of blue because blue seems to be a very overpowering color.
Yo, yeah, it's very strong. Strong.
Th
It's
thin my paints more with water.
yes. So like, let's see. Oh, I see what you got going
I'm gonna
on.
use my wet water over here to help thin it since it's the colors
Once
anyway. Oh, I see. It's making it nice and uh
smooth.
liquidy.
Mm.
I like it liquidy.
Oh God. Because yeah, once you want to apply the paint, you will want it much much more watered down because that first base layer is going to you're going to want to apply two thin coats for all my friends in the chat. You guys know the two thin coats routine. It's basically like a very standard practice for model painting is you put down one thin coat that kind of adds, like your first layer. And then after that, once that dries, you'll want to add a second layer that really kind of finishes it off.
Two thin
Um,
coats. Yep, everyone's saying two thin
two thin
coats.
coats. Two
Smooth the
thin coats,
DJ
baby.
for €5 says, got one more night ahead of me. Already had three. I need normal routine back like ASAP. I agree. I think it's tough doing night shift. I told myself I'm not doing night shifts. No more than one a month. One a month. Thank you, Smoo. Eee. All right, I'm opening the white up. We're putting a little white in now. That's what she said.
Racist. No one wants white.
I do. I like the white color.
You like white
I
white people.
do.
I mean white color, yeah.
White. I don't think I need much to be honest, so I'm just gonna go for this much and then call it a day.
Wow. I fully thought that you were still talking about white because you were like, I don't need much. I can just take white. And I was like, wow. All right.
What?
Thanks.
Hey, hey. I mean, I married an Italian who's basically very white, so I think I
Italiano.
have the representation of my whiteness there. The representation is my husband of white, and black is my
Um,
heart.
your your husband Mark does look more exotic though. Like he definitely has the olive Italian skin.
Yes, agreed.
He would go to Italy and people would be like, "Ah, my brother, Mario,
I always call him, it's a me, Marchio. This is looking
Mark."
more, this is looking more brown than purple, but I mean, that's fine. It's the base layer. I'll worry about the actual color next. Okay, so what is the next step, sir? Now that I have
So,
made my paint.
next step, like we're talking about, you want to thin it out to where it's a little bit see-through on the model, but not to the extent to where like the gray is completely shining through. You basically want to, like I said, add that first thin coat, and you're gonna just, kind of brush that all over the model anywhere you see armor. You're just gonna slap that bad Larry on the model,
Bad
and
Larry?
yeah. That's what
Uh,
that was a goofy thing in the Marine Corps we'd say. You got that bad Larry over there? That was just, yeah.
okay.
I don't know why.
Okay.
But
Do you think
yeah.
that looks good? I feel like it's thin enough. I don't know. It's hard to tell by video, I'm sure.
Um, yeah, and I know I'm like a couple um seconds behind, but I think you're looking good. Yeah, that I think that looks good.
Okay. Cool. All right.
'Cause, yeah, you don't want it too thin to be water. You don't want it to be like that, like water thin, but you don't want it to be
So does the
heat.
backpack count as armor then?
Yeah, yeah, you can throw the color on the backpack. Some people do the backpack in like a black and silver. Some people do it in the color of the armor.
Oh, that'd be
That's what I
kind of
tend to
cool.
do.
I was gonna do in gold, purple and gold.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Okay, guys. My first stroke.
Ooh, oh, stroke, stroke.
My first
Never mind.
stroke of paint.
First stroke. I'm excited.
It's
I'm
on,
I'm
boys.
it's an honor to be here on your first stroke.
You're welcome. Oh, it actually looks really nice on here.
Oh, good. Cool. Boys, check out this heavy flamer. You know the meme
Don't
on
call yourself a
Twitter?
heavy flamer.
I'm a flame boy till I die. No.
Wow.
Um
Okay.
but yeah, this heavy flamer is pretty dope. Brother, get the get the flamer, the heavy flamer. Yeah. We're ready. We're ready. All right. Who's
Oh,
next? Who do we got next here?
this is so
Um
exciting. Oh my God.
yeah, you're doing it.
I'm doing it, guys. I'm
You just
stroking it.
you're stroking them off. Look at that.
Well, I wasn't gonna say off, but I'm stroking the color on.
You are. That you are.
It's happening. I didn't think we would get to this day, to be honest. But here we are.
It only took what, like a month or so? 5 weeks? 4 weeks?
Yeah. And
That's pretty
now
damn
I'm
good.
stroking his butt.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, wait. That's his belt. Whoops.
Oh.
That's okay. I can
Um,
reprime it
and
with gray or something.
how's the paint looking on the model? Are you feeling pretty good? Does it feel too thin, too thick? Are you feeling happy with
I
how it's
feel
coming
like
out?
it's looking. Ooh, I feel like it's
Because
looking
yeah,
good.
cool. Because once you've got the armor done, you'll let it dry for like an hour and come back and see how it's looking. Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
It's looking good
Yeah,
in my.
it is kind of like a pinkish, eh?
A little bit, but that's fine because it's just the base. It's not going to be the final coat, so I'm not worried.
Yeah, yeah. Woad Warrior says that if we were to take a shot every time there's an innuendo on this stream, we would both die. That is
Hey,
very true.
hey, you want to do it. I know you do. Just do it.
I I would die within the first 30 minutes of this stream if that were the case.
I've actually never seen Max like super duper drunk.
Are you kidding me? Did you not see me on Wednesday at the meetup?
Well, barely.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. We didn't actually see each other. You were you were too popular, too
No, I
famous.
was too. I was. Uh, this is good problems. Okay, I was stuck behind the table. I didn't even have time to pee.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, I didn't go to the bathroom for 5 hours.
Oof. Oh my God. But yeah, if you were, you would have gotten bombarded on the way to the restroom.
Probably, but you know what? I did do fluid control. I made sure not to
Ah,
drink too much
I see. I see.
so that I didn't have to. Because as soon as, well, I mean, I wanted to man the table and make sure that no one did
Taking
tomfoolery.
stuff.
Tomfoolery. I mean, like, honestly,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would have, but like the what do you call it? The cautious person in me was like, no, just in case, you won't leave
Oh, of
unless
course.
you have someone just there. And like the funny part is Garrett kept on like moving back and forth and moving around. And I was like, Garrett, give me the money box. Why are you leaving it there? He was leaving the money box right on the table. I'm like, yo, I'm watching out for you,
Oh my
bro.
Too funny.
Cause
Yeah, no, I think that's smart because like even even if I know I'm in like a trustworthy area where I like uh, even at like my old gym, um, I knew that there was no one was going to take my stuff. Like it was a private gym, everyone knew who I was, and I still was like, nah, I'm taking my gym bag everywhere I go because you just never know. People are sketch.
Yeah, and I mean, like, same thing in hospitals where people are like, should I just leave my stuff in the room? I was like, you know what? I feel like just in case, just in case. We're
Exactly.
only gone for
Yeah.
like 20 minutes or 5 minutes, not even to do like a quick chest x-ray, but
Hmm.
I had, and what if you had your clothes stolen?
And and that's a liability on the hospital too. Like if someone did steal something, like they have legal recourse
I
to
don't
sue you
think
guys.
so. Oh, do their helmets count as their armor?
Yes. If they have, yeah, like one of their Space Marine helmets on. Now, if they have like a regular face, because some of those guys, I don't know if that's the one you're currently doing.
It has a regular face, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get to skin colors later, because maybe we can add more yellow to that now.
Excuse me. Okay, I done my first base coat. There we go.
Nice, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are you are officially a pro now.
No. Darth Kariri, thank you for becoming a duck member. All right.
Mm.
Now we're now we're going on a guy who's stepping on something.
Ooh, okay.
Step on me, mommy.
Okay. Did you just say step on me, mommy?
Yeah, it's something that Mark says every now and then for fun.
That's
Or
hilarious.
because when Lady Dimitrescu from Resident
Oh
Evil 8, you know how
yeah.
like she's like super tall?
Yeah, and that is a fetish for people that they want to be like
S-
eaten. Have you ever heard of that before?
Eaten?
Yeah, they
Like a
like the
blowjob?
no, like they want some like a woman who's giant, like someone who's like a skyscraper tall to like eat them.
How does one
Like
eat a person?
like you like she would pick them up and then just gobble them up like a hamburger. Just like
What
literally
part
just
of
eat them.
them?
All of them.
Wow, guys, I'm really confused. This is
Yeah.
a new fetish that I never thought I
It's
would talk about.
it's a weird one. I'm not, fetish shaming or anything, but or kink shaming, but yeah, it's it's out there. It's definitely out there.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, step on me, eat me, all
Well,
that
I
stuff.
thought you were talking about a blowjob, so it shows how much I know.
Hey, believe me, I don't want to know this stuff. This stuff, it just happens to me. So
That you know this.
yeah, I'm surprised I know it. I'm an innocent little baby lamb. I shouldn't know this stuff.
Baby lamb. Get out of here. Get out of here, baby
I've been
lamb.
I've been corrupted by your slannish ways that have been so,
No.
you
Oh my God.
all
You were
your
in the army or
all your
marine. That's some sort of army thingy happening. Yeah,
all
you're
your
right.
innuendos have corrupted me, X-Ray.
You're right. You were corrupted
They've
before you even
they've made
came
me
onto
not
YouTube.
innocent. You've taken my innocence virginity.
Oh my God.
In my innuendo virginity.
Hey, 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 sir. I definitely did not do that.
Yeah,
I
that's
am
I've
taking you. You know full well. I know what happens in the army. Okay, I have an expert
yeah.
in the house that tells me the stuff that I'll talk about.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if the Canadian military is like similar in ways to the American Marine Corps in terms of like, yeah, what we discuss.
I think there's a
It
lot of
seems like, I mean,
similarities. Yeah.
yeah, whenever Mark and I talk, it sounds like we have very similar, well, not similar experiences, but like similar uh, cultures, I guess.
Yeah. I think the
Because
part of it
I
is
would never
TV
say,
culture does impact it as well,
oh, for
right?
sure. Like
So,
how we're portrayed is totally
and then
different in some yeah.
because I was like, when I watched uh,
Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket, I was like, do you guys do that thing that they were marching around and they're like touching themselves? This is my gun, or this is my
Hmm.
whatever they were saying. I forgot.
This is my rifle. This is my gun. This one is for
This is for
killing, and this
fighting.
is
This
for
is for
fun.
fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah, that thing. You know what I'm talking about.
It's true. You gotta be sure that you know which one is One is, yeah.
Hey, I respect that. I respect that. I know
Yeah.
Marines aren't Army, but like there's some culture, especially when you're training, that is very similar between all of them. I'm sure there's different training, but like I say this lightly when I say Army and Marine are the same in that sense. It's not like I'm equating them as the same. I think there's certain cultures that are very similar that overlap.
In
Whether
terms of like the Canadian Army and the American Marine Corps?
just all of it, anything where you
Oh,
have to
okay. Just,
enlist.
yeah.
I know it's not the same. I know. Everyone will tell me. Is there like vest technically another color? I think so, right? Nope, that's purple too. Okay. I
Um,
was being so careful. I'm looking at
yeah, I
the
mean,
it's just a
oh,
base
go ahead.
anyway, so
Um,
I can always put another base of other color on. Right?
uh, if you get paint on the base, that's totally fine. Yeah, because we're gonna cover that with gravel and stuff later. But yeah, I was gonna say, Marines are we're very proud of our heritage, and like, we'll get people who are like, oh, you're an army man, and we go, nope, we're a Marine. Like, get it right. You know, we're
Yeah, yeah.
we're very adamant about like being called a certain thing, and I think it's just because we like being different. We like our culture, we like our background and our history. Um, so I think there are similarities between all the branches, like you said, in terms of like anyone who enlists into the military, and is in a military culture are going to have similar things. But for the most part, all of the branches have very big different like
Oh, yes. Yes.
some of my Navy friends would tell me some of the stuff they would do, and I'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yes. And I never want to take that away, but when I just refer in whole to the enlisting and the way you guys
Yeah,
kind of grew
yeah,
up, that stuff, very similar.
for sure.
How you guys grew up as if you're like children or something.
Soul Assassin says, "Always keep your gun clean and ready for use." Yes. Uh, your gun, your rifle, you need both ready for use at all times.
And the thing
You
for
never kn-
fun,
you never know.
you should
Well,
keep
that
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 ready for
is
use too.
if your gun, yeah, your gun. That's for fun. Your rifle is for killing, but yeah.
Did
At
your
least for this single guys, I feel like you should be ready.
yes, I mean, as if you're a married man, you should not be doing the cheat seeing.
Yeah, no, of course not.
We don't like
But I
that.
mean, as a married man, you can I you know, y- I guess you don't need to have the same amount of upkeep. Um,
Oh, being ready
maybe yeah, being ready, because like for a single guy, I guess you're like you never know when um
the next time you do it.
potential. Yeah, so but I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of something different, but
Hey, hey. When I was single, you do the things, the upkeep, the lawn maintenance.
yes, much more often, right? I would think so, right? Or no?
I
Or
didn't
less
think
often.
so. I know it depends on your marriage too, I suppose, to your person, but yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's pretty normal for
yeah.
single people to be prepared. Be prepared.
That's what that song was actually about.
Yes. Not for war, but for
No,
upkeep.
Scar was
Scar
Scar
was
was
just trying to
ex
get booty.
Scar was actually just a big simp and wanted all the hyenas to help him get Nala. And so he was like, "Be prepared."
No, no, no. It was Nala was a baby at the time. It was what was
Who
Mufasa's wifey called?
uh
Oh, I don't remember.
Pat, do you guys know? Um yeah. B Kelly says, "Yeah, that's so true. When you talk to Navy guys, you're like, damn, that's really gay." Yeah, no, that tracks. And yes, Woad, you guys do go on, quote, fewer deployments. Um,
Oh, really?
I mean, I've heard a lot of guys that will say that once they got married, the action slowed down. They had fewer moments of action.
Oh, are we like innuendoing still?
Yo, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was so confused. Okay, yeah. Okay. The
Um,
lawn keep wasn't as keep kept.
I don't know. And I think married guys, well, I think what Woad is trying to allude is that like once guys get married, yeah, they tend to not get as much action because now that they're married, it's like, oh, okay, we're here now. Whereas the single guys have to really, I don't know, they're doing it more often or they're trying to, yeah,
I
I don't
think
know. I don't know what I'm trying to
the
say, but
preparation, you don't have to prepare as much for your wife because she knows what to
yes.
expect.
Yeah,
I think it's
she
a
knows
better
what's
way
going on.
to say it. Yeah.
Yeah. And you want to
Versus,
be presentable as
yes,
a single guy, especially if it's like the first couple times, you don't want to be looking like freaking, yeah,
the
like
Jungle
garbage.
Book or just the jungle in
Mm.
general.
Uh,
I'm gonna make the Space Marine have be ginger because gingers
oh
have
yeah,
no
you're gonna give
souls.
him red hair.
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna be a freaking ginger. I cannot wait.
Noise, no soul, and
No.
plus we have a massive ginger side in Hollywood right now, so we need more representation for gingers.
Yeah, yeah. This is for you, Chrissy Mayer.
Yeah. So was it true that at her show the other night, that there were some guy like five people walked out of the show and they're like fucking transphobe or some dumb
What?
stupid stuff like that. Oh yeah, did you not hear that?
No.
Yeah, Garrett posted something and said that there were like five fat, angry, upset, women or
Why were they
individuals.
there?
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe they just didn't know who Chrissy was and were at like this thing. But yeah, they stood up midway through her act and they were like fucking transphobe and walked out. And then Carrie said Carrie Smith was at the show and she was saying that they were in the lobby complaining to management.
Oh, at the Dallas show. Okay, I thought you meant
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
Vegas show. I was like, I feel like I would have heard about it.
No,
You were
no,
there.
sorry.
Oh my God. Well,
Yeah.
Akko Taco. Oh, they totally Karened. They became a Karen.
Yeah, was anyone at the Dallas show, Xray Girl chat or MVP chat? I don't know if any of you guys were there, but this is just strictly from what I'm hearing from Quarter Black, so
The twatter show. The twatters.
the twats.
Twats. Mhm. The Twittosphere. I
Yeah,
guess, did Garrett go to the show then? I wonder.
I think so. He had pictures with Lila and Chrissy, so
Oh, so he did go to the show. That's cool. I'm so
yeah.
jealous. I'm so jealous. Lesbian Karens. Thank you, Sky, for the compliment. I have nice hands. They're manicured right now, that's why.
Oh, very nice.
I try to look good for myself. I mean, Mark is,
Try to
he doesn't care. He doesn't even
try to get those
notice.
those hands looking good. Well, I mean, you
Yeah.
do have a hand cam, so that makes sense.
Yeah. This painting is very takes a lot.
A lot of
A lot of
effort or
crevices.
just kind of
A lot of
yeah.
there's like a lot like I'm looking at where I painted for the other guy and I'm like I missed a couple spots. Whoopsies. But there's two
That's
quotes of
okay.
crime, so
Yeah, as you continue to paint more, you'll get the hang of like, okay, what color goes where? What's the easiest way to paint these? You'll find yourself getting much quicker and things will just like I don't know, especially with Space Marines, like for me, um, I tended to I tend to paint more Space Marines than I do any other faction or any other army. So I know exactly like where I need to put this highlight or how I need to paint this plate of armor or something, just because I've gotten so used to that figure, that mold. But
Yeah, I gotta get used to this mold. That's what the problem is. Not my eye for attention.
no, definitely not. And it's definitely not your first time or anything, right? So,
It is my first time. I'm just popping the cherry right, left, and center.
oh,
But I can tell, like, there's
hey,
places where it's easier to paint where it has more primer.
yeah, okay. We got Disper in the chat. What's up,
Hi,
Dispy?
Dispy. What's
Good to
up?
s-
Long time
good
no
to see you,
see.
brother. Yeah, he says hand cam turns into a business expense.
Hey, yes.
X-ray. So I guess your mani pedi turns into a business
I
expense.
mean, my petty
Is that?
already was turning into a business expense. Hey, I'll admit it. Yes, I post feet pics on the OF, but
Oh my
they're
God,
not
that's funny.
professional, okay? Just so y'all know.
I don't know
Maybe
that
this is a
golf
way for me to make it a business expense too.
that that golf one. Whew, that one got me.
Oh, I didn't know you were into feet, Max. Gosh.
No, not at all. I'd probably be into the. Oh, you know what? Maybe the fans of the Step on Me Mommy crowd would be more into the feet stuff. But
Yeah, people, if you're into Step on Me Mommy, are you into feet?
yeah, that ain't my jam.
You don't like toe jam?
No. Yeah.
Sorry. I just had to. I had to. It was right there. I had to.
Uh,
I think I made him grossed out. Poor
feet are
Max.
feet are probably like the grossest part about a body. Like the
Really?
feet
I
are
thought the
worse. Yeah, feet
butthole
are worse
was.
than I was. I was just I was just about to say you could even probably make a butthole more appealing than feet. I'm sorry, but you can.
Wow, wow. Guys, in the chat, what is the grossest part on a human body? And we're just
We
gonna
we need
collectively say it.
no, we need a poll. We need feet, butthole, armpits.
Armpits? People
Uh,
like belly buttons. I'm sure people like armpits. There are people who love like fetishize armpits. I guarantee you.
sure, that's fine, but is that the grossest part? Because people fetishize about feet, right? Too, right? So we're
That is
asking what's
true.
the grossest part of the body.
Um,
And Mila is here in the chat. Sorry, Mila, you had to hear me
Hi
almost
Mila.
gag from toe fungus, but
We don't
good to
talk
see you
about
here as
fungus. We
well.
talked about jam. Jam is different from
That
fungus.
no. They're one and the same.
No,
They're
they're
both
not.
similar.
Toe jam is like the threads from your sock. That's
Ugh,
toe jam.
ugh.
Fungus is like a medical condition that could be considered under toe jam, but is not exclusively toe jam. I'm fighting this. I'm gonna fight this for my feet people.
All right. You
There's
can
a
die on that hill. You can.
someone said the weenus is the grossest part.
Wow.
Okay,
Um,
weenuses aren't that bad. Okay, I don't think
no,
so.
it's just skin.
But
Um,
so is armpits.
yeah. This this Bruce says true. It's probably the belly button. There could be an evolved civilization in there, and I would never know.
Hey, there's an evolved civilization of bacteria in there, so you're welcome. I totally grossed
Yeah.
you out, didn't I? Poor
Eh,
Max.
you know what?
Poor
You
Max.
you you did it with the feet, so I was ready for the belly button. But well, I mean, apparently yours goes on forever. It's like a
I haven't found the
never-ending
end of it.
portal.
Yep,
Yeah,
never found the end
so
of it. There's a whole
that's
world in there.
that's wild.
You know
Mark
the
gets
Aladdin song? It's about my belly button.
Mark gets to explore all of that.
Oh, okay. Here, Russ puts out a good point. Ears are gross. Did your
Yeah,
parents
but
teach you to
like,
wash your ears?
oh yeah, of course. Wash behind your ears. I always had Q-tips and all that good stuff, so yeah.
Q-tips are bad for your ears, though, inside.
Mm. If you start shoving them in your ear hole.
Yeah, don't shove them in your ear hole, okay, guys? Bad. I've seen people get hospitalized for that stuff.
Ooh, that's awful.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It
this
ha-
is kind of an interesting quote. Eric says, "What's the ugliest part of your body? Some say it's your nose, some say it's your toes, but I think it's your mind." Interesting. I like that. Frank Zappa. Frank
Ooh.
Zappa's an incredible musician. Um, but yeah, I guess your mind would be the ugliest, dirtiest part of your body, right? Because that's the thing
Oh,
that
look at
thinks up
me.
these weird these weird things, right?
Excuse me
Um,
while I blow my nose. I'll be right back.
okay, sounds good. Yeah, Xray Girl is has been sick for the past week almost, I want to say. So yeah, I think she's slowly getting better, slowly
Slowly,
but surely.
slowly.
Yeah.
Andrew Matthews for 5 British pounds says, I have seen what is under the armpit. I cut it, and when you lift your arm, you can see it all. Huh? That sounds disturbing. Why are you
Mm.
cutting armpits? Why are you lifting it and looking at it?
Did you know that you have like the arm right around the armpit and then right around the groin area? Well, you know this, you're a medical professional. You're X-ray girl. There are some like really gnarly arteries that if you hit those things, you're donezo. Like absolutely
What was
donezo.
it? Armpit and what?
Armpit and groin. There's an artery that's in your groin, and I think it's the femoral artery.
Yeah, it's the femoral
It's in
artery. It's right
yeah.
inside. Like if you cut, say this is the leg. Like if you cut here, you people
Mm-hmm.
have used it as a um. It's been a common place for people to like kill themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I'm not. Yeah, it would be a quick way because if you think about the major arteries, the one at your neck, sure, it will take the oxygen away from your brain, but your body can still technically function for a couple more seconds after that.
Oh
Um,
wow.
for this artery, the carotid, but the femoral, it's a bigger artery than that, and it comes off from the aorta down to the uh aortic artery and branches from there. Yeah, it's a big feed. You don't want to get that cut. The one in your
Yeah.
arm probably could hurt. Oh, I feel like it's still bad, but that the worst one I think would be the femoral. That one would do you in real quick.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Real
why
quick.
when we went through like medical support and like first aid for military training and Marine Corps like first aid, that was one of the things that we were taught is like how to put pressure on that femoral artery whenever applying a tourniquet.
Yeah. And that's why you don't remove things when they're stabbed in people, because that is actually more helpful to stay in than pulled out.
So what you're saying, X-ray, is never pull out.
If you're stabbed, sure.
If, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, fair.
My pull-out game for death is not good. There we go, okay? Somehow
Smart
made an
answer, smart
innuendo out of
answer.
that. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, that's what I was I was the one making the innuendo. Innuendo. In your window.
In your window? In your window.
Innuendo in your window. Yes.
Yes, we're disgusting human beings. I think we know that. Okay, so now that I've painted like, 4 models, I actually really like the color of this purple. Um,
Oh,
I'm gonna
cool.
put
Good.
more primer on next time because I realize a good thick coat of primer is actually better for
Uh,
my a thicker coat than what I applied. I was too too what's the opposite of generous?
conservative?
I was
Too conservative
too
with it?
yeah yeah
Okay.
because the ones that I have a thicker coat of paint are going on really nice.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Like
I
I think
would
it was too conservative because you had warned me like to be very gentle, and then maybe I went too opposite of that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I would say that you do want to be careful because if you if you're too liberal with it, then you get the clumpiness and the chunkiness, and then your model loses all of its definition. So you want to find that sweet like middle ground where it's like just the right amount, where it's thick enough where the paint smoothly layers over, but not too thick to where yeah, you lose all definition, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, because I I was still I was still technically a little what we call it conservative with the paint, but like I can tell where the areas are painting better,
Oh, nice. Okay.
where I was a little more generous. When I say a little more generous, it's like not even that much more generous compared to what I originally did. So I was too light. I was too light.
Okay.
But
But hey, at least you recognize that. And a lot of people probably on their first go wouldn't have even thought about that. So,
well, I don't have a expert,
expert.
Mr. Expert,
Oh,
helping me.
this is interesting. Well, I wish I could consider myself that, but I will never say that I am the artiste expert. Um, how's your paint looking on the wet palette? Is it still fairly wet or
It's still fairly wet. Yeah.
okay?
Why, you think I should wet it a bit more?
I'm looking at your screen and it just looks like it's drying out, so I just want to make sure that it is staying relatively wet. And if it doesn't, you can always just add more water to it and just kind of, you know.
Squish it around.
Um, yeah. Disparu says you can definitely be too thick. I don't know, man. Well,
Oh, yes,
if
you can. Yes, you can.
if we're
Yes, you
talking
can.
Lizzo thick, that's not thick. That's just fat, you know?
Are we
So I
talking
think
about
you can
man
be
thick?
you can definitely be like I guess so. Dispro, is that what you're talking about? I thought he was talking about like body type, like Lizzo body type.
Are we talking about man thickness or woman thickness? Both are very different.
Ooh, Dispro says thick means fat.
Oh,
Wow, hot take, hot
oh,
take.
you can definitely be too thick. Yes. No, I can. It's not a hot take. I think that's a normal take. Just we can't say it
Uh,
today.
I mean, but thick, I think thick means curvy. Fat means fat. You know what I mean? Like thick with three C's, that's a good looking, female or male. Like a guy or girl who's got some extra muscle or curves. But if you're just fat, you're just fat. It's not like, women tend to say, "Oh, I'm just thick." And it's like, "Nah, you're fat." Like, oh
Yeah.
no, that's gonna get me canceled. This brew, what are you doing to me?
Yeah. Now, everyone go to Twitter.
Oh
Take this
no.
clip, put it to Twitter. We need to tell everyone. I'm kidding.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. Oh my gosh, I would never do that to you.
Of course, of course. I know. Um,
I call myself fat, but I love myself enough to be okay with that.
I I wouldn't, yeah, like I wouldn't call you fat. I think if anything, after the meetup, you were thin. I was like, oh my God, where'd you lose all that weight?
Oh, and then I gained it
Um,
all back eating all those carbs.
oh my God, this week I've been eating awful.
I've not
The
moved and ate carbs. Like that's like a bad combo.
Disparu says, I remember the swap from 90s to thick as what's preferred, quote unquote. Yeah, the Disparu, wasn't that kind of interesting how the male
Male
gaze, listen to me.
gaze.
I sound like a freaking tard. Yeah, the men tended to have an appreciation more for like the chest, right? In the 90s, and then it switched over into like in the early to mid 2000s, like the thickness, like the butts became like the big thing, and that was like the new uh attractive quality, you know?
Uh-huh.
Um, so I don't know.
Excuse me.
Oh, goodness.
Sorry.
That was a good one. Hey.
Oh, no one called me fat.
I
I'm just
like that.
calling myself fat, okay? I'm self-shaming.
Oh, we all are our worst critics, right?
Yeah.
Um, uh, Stoll says there are 5 levels of fat: big, healthy, husky, fluffy, and damn.
Oh, damn.
God damn.
I am
That's a big
I
woman.
definitely do not want to ever fall in the damn category.
No, no. Like I prefer being husky. I never want to be fluffy. And if I'm damn, I might as well just end it all. I don't want it. I don't want that.
Yeah. Well, I think we will say something to you before that happens.
Well, and that's what's so wild is like I would hope that like I would look at myself in the mirror and be like, this is not okay. You know? I do not look good. So, but some people don't have that register or that like what's
No,
the
because
word
right
that
now what we're saying is, you go, girl. You look
ugh
good. Don't let them tell you not.
yes, queen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
And then
Anyways,
it's like, oh, you have type 2 diabetes. Oh,
then
all
you're
right.
gonna die sooner than
Yeah.
later.
And then they're like, you're just fat shaming me. It's like, no, I legitimately don't want
This
you
is
to
this
be
is.
unhealthy.
I want you to live longer, so let's
Yeah. So it's like take a step back from from the brainwashing and social media push and let's just actually look at your health.
'cause I want you around, especially like if you have family, like when you're telling your family this, like, yes, it's okay to be okay. And I say this with love, like, if you're happy being a bigger person and you are self sufficient and are able to do things, all the power to you. But if you're not happy with your body and you're trying to use it as a coping mechanism, don't do that.
Mm.
Don't do it.
Have you seen this before where like I've seen this with men and women, so there's not discriminating, don't worry. But yeah, I've seen a lot of men and women use it as like a defense mechanism for dating. They'll eat themselves to a point to where they feel like they are um undateable or where they're like they don't think of themselves as being like attractive, and then they will use that then as an excuse to say, "Oh, well, no one would want to date me. I'm just too heavy or whatever." And it's like
Oh,
you're using that as
interesting.
an excuse to kind of,
No, I haven't
you
seen
know,
that, but that is interesting.
oh, yeah, right.
That is really interesting. Hey, I think if you're funny and you're a bigger person, I think that's a more dangerous combination than, someone who's just hot with no brain.
A I I'll speak from my experiences. Women would prefer someone who is funny than funny and fat than someone who is just,
Uh-huh.
has a good personality and fit. Like
Yep.
the women here in California will date uggos if they have money or if they are funny. And
Yep.
that's it.
Yep. Tell a joke and the pants are flying off.
Yep.
I'm telling you guys, I'm serious. I've dated people who have, who might not be above a 5 or 6 in, standards today. And because they had no good personality and were really funny. And so there you go.
Um,
There you go.
uh, yeah, this is perfect. Disbrew says, yeah, I've heard a psychologist say that about other people, make themselves undateable deliberately so they don't feel rejected. Yeah.
So they're just perpetuating themselves to get to that point just so that they don't, it's like their choice.
Right, right. It's
Interesting.
on their terms, right? I guess.
Versus, that is interesting though. Thanks,
Yeah.
Disbrew, for that.
No, yeah, thank you, Disbrew. I appreciate that, man. And yeah, it's interesting because the more I learn about myself, the more I learn about other people as well. So like when I was in I was in counseling and therapy while I was in the Marine Corps and stuff, and I learned so much about myself, but it also spoke to a lot of like how I was able to see other people um that are either dealing with the same thing or struggling with other issues and stuff. So it's learning about yourself is tough, but it's actually really cool once you start doing the work and you start, seeing the fruits of your labor. So,
Yeah. Well, you just understand people more. So, especially the more you make mistakes, the more you understand others.
yeah.
And I think like admitting fault is a big thing for people. We don't ever want to be wrong. I think inherently we always want to be right. And so, um, yeah, finding out and being okay with them, those mistakes, it's big on a lot of humans, and that doesn't happen too often. Clearly today, people like to accept too many faults, which is I think there's certain faults that are good to accept and be happy
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
But when we accept all faults and say don't change a single thing about you, and yet you have a rotten personality, heck no.
Oh yeah, I mean like look at it's like I always equate it to someone who has like an addiction. And even Gary will say this, it's like if you see someone who's an alcoholic and you just keep going like, you know what, you can have that drink. It's not a big deal. And that person never gets help, nor do they want help. It's like you're perpetuating that lie. You're perpetuating an unhealthy lifestyle just to be nice. That's which is actually counterintuitive because not only are you not being nice at that point, but you're actually hurting that person more by quote unquote being nice. So yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
all backwards. And it's really unfortunate because there are people who actually do really need help and they're not getting it because of, you know, I don't know. But
Ideology,
yeah, there you go.
politics,
That's yeah,
all those things that
yeah.
shouldn't be in healthcare, but it is.
Nor in should it be in Warhammer.
Well, yes, I can agree with that.
At least I don't think so, because building plastic men is way more fucking fun than you know, asking, do you think that this Zimzer is Space Marine? I'd just stop him right there and be like, stop. No, it's a
They don't
Space
have
Marine. Stop
pronouns.
it.
They don't
No,
have the
they
choice of pronouns, okay?
exactly. They don't have their only choice is survive or die. That's
and,
it. That
and
is
that's the
their
thing is
only
like we live
existence
in
in
a
life.
society where we don't have to think about survival. We
Yeah,
just
and that's
we're
oh, go
too
ahead.
lucky.
We're too privileged. We're like no society on earth has ever had this amount of time to be so bored, to be so like okay, like that we're so well off that we think about like the weirdest stuff to consume our thoughts. Yeah, disprove. It's not nice. It's evil. Yeah, it is the antithesis of nice unfortunately. But
Oh, to be complacent and let people fortify their destructive behaviors.
correct.
Evil.
Ooh, nice articulation. I like that.
Thank you.
Um, but yeah, that's really at least I see it that way. I mean,
Oh my
it's
God, I'm losing my bimbo cred right now. Gotta dumb it down a bit. No, I'm kidding.
you're see, guys, X-Ray Girl's actually really smart.
Sometimes I just, yeah. It's not that I have I have a lot of dumb blonde moments. Okay, don't get me wrong. A lot of
But
dumb
when you
blonde
want to
moments.
turn, yeah, but when you want to turn it on, you can be smart.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think fortunately, we're gonna go fortunately. I accept my unbimbo-ness with my bimbo-ness.
But see, some women can't turn that off, and so they have to be the boss bitch. And it's like like you don't need to put on this facade. Like it's fine to just be, genuine, fun, goofy, make a joke about wetness. Like it's not.
Yeah, Max literally told me that my palate was not wet enough. Wet it more.
We need it. We need you to be more. Your need. Well, sorry, your palate to be more wet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
We
almost
need.
said it. You almost said
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We need to
You
do
held
something.
yourself. Oh my God. Oh, poor Max.
No, I mean, we're gonna be doing this in Dallas the entire time.
I'm so excited. Did you call? Did you make that call yet, by the way? Um,
I did, and it doesn't look like I can get that money back.
ouch. Okay, that's fine.
How, however, I still want to the arrangement that you spoke about,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna take you up on that if that's okay.
Oh, yeah, heck yes. Heck yes.
No, you
We'll
just
talk.
pe
We'll talk later
you
about it.
just peaked my headphones.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
No, no, no. I love it. That
I'm just excited because
I'm excited too. Yeah.
we're gonna get into some shenanigans.
Oh my
Shenanigans.
Lord. We better do a live stream.
It's gonna be Max and his sister wives who are actually not sister wives. Yeah, what was it? Max and the married women.
Oh Lord. But because I was like, okay, because I made my reservation,
Long
what,
ago.
a month or two ago. Like I had already gotten my tickets to Dallas Fan Expo and everything. But when this opportunity came up, I was like, oh my God, like I don't like this would be so fun, right?
Yeah.
So we'll
We'll
talk
chat. We'll
after, but
chat. This is so. Oh, I'm
yeah.
excited. Jason R has become a banana member. Thank you, Jason. Thank
Oh,
you.
nice.
Uh, ever seen the 40K flash skits vids? Twisted and funny. Dirty Jerry Jersey. Sorry for missing the super chat, by the way. For $2. No, I haven't. Have you ever heard of flash skits,
I
Max?
think that's the one. Yeah. What was his name? Dirty Jerry? Is that
Yeah.
who super chatted?
Yeah.
I I think what he's talking about is there's a video series, an animated video series on YouTube where the Black Templars are like killing furries. It's really funny.
Oh,
So
furries.
I think that's what he's talking about.
I'll have to check it out, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for missing that earlier. Um,
yeah.
I always thought the furry fetish was an interesting one. Like, why do you want to do it in a costume or
You know
someone in
what's
a
funny?
costume?
Yeah, right. Um, yeah, Disbrew says Max's Angels instead of Charlie's Angels. There we go.
We just need a third, and we need a. Well, we
We
got a
need,
blonde.
oh,
We need a redhead.
yeah, we need a redhead. Do we know anyone we have a greenhead, a green-haired
What?
anti-liberal
Oh, I was like,
from
what the
the,
heck?
yeah, so, but like, yeah, I don't know if we have Chrissy.
Chrissy Mayer.
Um, if Chrissy wants to be one of the angels,
We
I
have
don't,
the trio. If we do.
yeah, that's too funny.
Oh my god. I don't know if
We
she'll be
should,
there.
I doubt it. I mean,
They're
but
in
yeah,
Dallas right
I
now
mean,
though. Crazy. Those crazy
yeah.
kids.
They've been having such a blast. I mean, from Vegas to Dallas to the Blaze show to live stand up, like they've been really crushing it lately. So they're having fun.
Chrissy's on tour.
Yeah.
This is I mean, maybe not once in a lifetime, but like a heck of a trip for sure. Cuz she's going to have more shows, like guaranteed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm not worried about that.
This brew, there will be no whitewashing in my Angels. This brew says, or just treat the redhead like Hollywood, which means that we would race swap her
Oh
to be
wait,
a
you know
black
what,
woman.
Disbrew? Do you want to be an angel as well?
Oh, we'll
Are you
see.
offering race swapped or not race swapped,
We
gender
could do
swapped
gender
as well?
swapped. Yeah. The only thing, Dispy, is like I won't be at the UK meetup though, so like, you know, the Angels would be without their Bosley or their
I don't know. I hope Kara
Charlie.
can come to the the meetup in the UK. She said she's interested, but
Yeah, she's looking into it. So
uh-huh. And this was a great way to integrate her into like the community, the fellowship more with the her coming out because like I just think
the
her story's
cons
insane.
the constituency, as Robert Meyerburn
Is
would
that
call
what
it.
he called it? The constituency?
I think it was something like that. Yeah, it was his. He was like, Gary, your constituents are so elegant, or something like that. And we were like, R&B, you would say constituents. I love that guy.
Oh,
He
I
was so
barely
cool to
talked to
meet.
him, unfortunately.
Oh, he's freaking rad. That is a really cool dude in Hollywood right now
Yeah,
and on YouTube.
there's not a lot of cool
Um,
dudes out there.
That's very true. They're very rare to come by, but I was
Mhm.
going to what were we just talking about? UK. Oh, Kara. Yes, her story is incredible.
Yeah. Wild. And I mean, like, I love the girl to bits and pieces. The trip to Vegas really solidified that. And she's so cool. She's so nice. She's so sweet. She's so fun and relaxing, like my speed. Like sometimes she can turn it on, and then other times she's just like calm, kind of like me. And yeah, want more people
Um,
like that.
yeah, no, hell yeah. At the meetup, she was drunk. So, so
Yeah, see,
like,
I wish I was at her level. If I wasn't working at the meetup, I
oh
think I
yeah.
would have like remember the first meetup? That yeah, would have been like that.
We were toasted, toasted.
Yeah. And we're
Um,
just getting to know you, Mr. Max.
yeah.
Which is so funny because the introduction I got to Max was Mrs. Nerdrotic posted your story that you were like on the way to Vegas. And we're like, who's this? Like, she reposted a story, so she must know him. She's like, no, I don't. He's just like a guy that was like kind of cute that she reposted. And I'm like, okay. And then, like, Tugs was single at the time. And she's like, this is a cute boy. I'm like, yeah, yes, yes, cool, cool. And then ramen happened.
And then ramen happened, and from there, everything is history.
I like to say that you made a very good introduction into the crew, because if you think
Yeah.
about it, like it I'm sure people would have loved to like be in your shoes, but you did it well, like to be able to make friendships that easily. However, it was done. I don't even know how it was done because all you were just there and you're like, I'm gonna get dinner. I was like, what? No. But thank you.
No, I mean, thank you guys. I honestly think we just everyone hit it off really well. I was able to kind of connect with Ryan from military. I was able to connect with you guys because you made me do push-ups.
Oh, I
I
forgot
was
about
a,
that.
I was able to connect with Melissa because she had posted my story. So I was like, "Oh my God, thank you for doing that," and blah blah blah. And so and then Gary, I had known from streams and stuff, or just from live streaming. But um, so like I said, it felt I don't know, it just felt like I had known you guys already. And then I think you and Tugs were um, yeah, disparate. They made me do push-ups and they made me do squats.
I mean, let's just say he was a very fit boy when we
Uh,
met him.
I was
You're
still,
still
yeah, I was
fit,
like,
but like
no, I was
we had
like
to test
fit,
you.
fit. Yeah, like I was just a few months out of the Marine Corps, so I was still like Marine
Peak.
Corps shape.
Peak.
Yeah. I didn't have any of this thickness, so
The three C's. Three C's.
the three C's.
Not thick. Not damn.
God damn, that boy's thick. So, but do you want to tell the chat what you first thought of me?
My first thought
Which
of
is
you is just you're a
which
nice
is
kid. You seem
no,
to
no, 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 no.
wait, what did I say? I don't even remember.
You were like, oh, look at this fuck boy.
Did I say that?
I thought that's what, because
Oh, I also I mean like, hey, you had F boy energy with the hat on. Yes.
and that was kind of the thing. It was
The
like,
hat. Yes.
yeah, the hat totally gave me the F boy energy.
Yes. I can agree
So
with that. Yes. Yeah. I thought F boy, so I was a little apprehensive. I'm like, you trying to get in on Tugs or any of the girls
yeah,
here? You
you were
better
like,
watch your back,
yeah, I don't know
boy.
about this. Yeah,
So he didn't. He is a fine gentleman, and
oh
I
well, thank you.
I I trust being around him even when drunk because he has shown um, nice and respectfulness. Because some people are not like that around drunk ladies.
Very, very true. And I think there's like, we always talk about like, nobility and honor and valor and stuff like that. And just, just basic morals and integrity and stuff. And I respect Mark, and I respect, Kara's husband, and I respect Tug's boyfriend. Like I respect those guys way too much to do some stupid shit that would like,
Oh, and trust
it's
me,
like
I would punch you out if you did.
I know you would. Um, so
Not that that's a
uh,
threat or anything, but like I've had
uh,
to calm people down, unfortunately, and
yeah,
it's not. I mean,
and
I wouldn't punch you. I would say something first before getting to that. Let's just say.
right, right. And I, I just respect you guys too much to like, innuendos are funny, but there's some guys that like then take it to the next level, and it's like, okay, now we're getting a little weird, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
uh,
there's you just have to be aware of like your surroundings.
yeah. Note, note, boys. The way Max does innuendos, it's not about ever me and him. It's about just us separate. I think that's a good way to stay friends with females. I think that however you conduct yourself, like learn from
Yeah.
Max,
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
because
I think too, it's um like it's the innuendo isn't an invitation to then be like, oh, I guess she wants me then. It's like, no, 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 no. That's not what that is, dude. Like we're just joking around. If there's clear intention from a single woman, then yeah, that's different.
go
But
ahead,
yeah,
do
oh yeah,
it.
because she's giving you the hand signal to be like, oh yeah. But um,
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
so yeah, but I am looking forward to you and Mark doing the kind of poor choices
But with the couple
streams. If you
style, yeah.
Yeah, the couple side of things, I think that'll be really really
I'm
cool
excited
for
because I think he I think he has a lot of good insight, especially being on the more nerdy side of things.
sure.
Especially with the people we chat with, you know. Um, and he feels like it's like a calling almost, and he's
That's
like, I'm
great.
excited to just chat about that. I was like, hey, you do you. I'll be there, but just know that this is right now all the setup is on you, and then once we get the show rolling, I am definitely able to bounce ideas and stuff off of you. But it's like it'll be interesting because it's like a new adventure, and I mean, not that I'm passionate about talking about relationships, but I think it's interesting talking about logic and how much people don't understand logic.
I think it's brilliant, and I think that you guys can add a lot of good, material. Um, just hearing Mark talk about it in Vegas, he was really passionate about his thoughts, about his feelings about this stuff. And like you said, if he feels like it's a calling, like, dude, I'm so here for it because anyone who has a calling, who feels like they have a calling for something, like I will always support that person because when you feel called to do something, it's like, that's your passion. That's what you want. You feel strongly to go forth and make a difference in that realm. Like I will support, whatever it is that you're doing as long as it's legal and as long as it's not hurting people.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I love that you say the exact thing I do. I don't care what you do as long as it's legal and doesn't hurt people.
I mean, I though I do though I am, I'll say that I'm a Christian. I still have actually most of my friends are, either atheist or agnostic or a different religion, and I still love them to death. Like I'm not going to judge their life choices or what they believe their calling is. So I'm really excited for Mark and you to do this because I think that you guys have some great insight. So
Yeah. Um, we will release the channel at some point. We're just finalizing some details. Um, but he
oh, so
already
it's
made
going to
a
be a whole channel.
Yeah, I told him that it'd probably be good to have a separate channel, especially because his content is very different from
Ah,
uh
yes.
that content. So, yeah. Otherwise, like if it was like my stuff, like maybe it would have worked, but because he has like mostly gaming and entertainment videos,
Hmm.
that it makes no sense to have dating kind of mixed in with gaming in
Yeah.
that sense, so that it keeps separate. We might do live streams on it and then just re-upload it on there until it gets monetized and then go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's gonna still do gaming because that was my next question. I'm like, if you stop doing gaming, then it makes sense to rebrand your video channel.
Mhm.
But if you plan on doing gaming, then it, just for algorithmic stuff. I don't understand
Yeah, it
YouTube.
is. I will never understand the algorithm for YouTube. It's mind-boggling. But then again, the the content for my channel is it's like a niche within a niche. Like no one reads comic books. Like very, very few people read comic books. And if they do read comic books, very rarely do they go on YouTube to hear about those comic books. So it's like my audience is so small. Um, Whereas like Gary and, Disparu, I know you're in the chat, brother. It's like it's a plethora of kind of media in general, like entertainment in general, which I cover as well, but like my background is comics, and that's just it's not a popular, thing on YouTube unless you are kind of shilling for that.
Yeah. I
Then
do
it
have to
has,
commend you though, because your audience is like very strong core audience. So
thank you.
that
They are
is
super loyal, and I love that fact.
you
So
have
yeah.
like a very consistent audience in your chat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's awesome to see. But
Well,
hi
thank
Jeff.
you. I agree. I love my chat.
Yeah. Yeah, we love Chet. Chet's the best part about this. Sorry, Chet. I'm like ignoring you as I'm like painting my spacemen.
No, I love that you're getting into this. You're really getting
I am getting right
in
in the
the
crevices.
all up in them crevices.
All up in them crevices. I think I'm going to do the upper body first, and then I'll get to the legs in a moment. Let that dry mo.
uh Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll find a good Christian girl one of these days. We'll see. Um Russ Williams says YouTube doesn't even understand their own YouTube algorithm. The people who built it are long gone.
Mm.
Interesting. Disparu says that the algo is actually pretty simple. Most of the key factors are right on your dashboard. It's more of an audience base rather than topic based. And you have to teach YouTube what type of person is interested in your videos, then stick to that audience. Yeah, I mean, basically how you title your videos, how you tag your videos, because you can add tags to your videos, how you make your thumbnails, the actual content and material that you're talking about will have to go to a specific audience. And then once you've got them there, if you stay with that type of content, then that's what they're there for, and I think that's, yeah. So I see what you're saying, Disparu. Um, but my chat is saying that they are Xray Girl approved, that
Yeah,
you
no,
approve
I
of the
freaking love
channel.
that. Like, you have like a good core audience because that's how I feel about poor choices as well. It's like a good core audience
Yeah.
that is very consistently there, and
Hmm.
I love that. And we actually have like females there as well, like
Yeah.
versus like an all male audience, which I mean, love the males in the audience, but it just gives me the validity that like women actually like to hear what I say.
Yeah,
So I'm
no, of
not just
course.
like pandering to the male audience or whatever, as I've seen maybe some other uh, channels do, or I feel like they
Yeah.
do. Watch Brittany's video.
And yeah, thanks Harley Dave, by the way. I appreciate you being here, brother. Yeah, Harley Dave is one of the, diehard channel
MVPs.
members, and yeah, he is a true MVP. He's been here since the beginning. Um and then AMP Kauto says I don't MVP says I only talk about comics. Me on X-Ray Live. Now I'm here. Okay. Me on X-Ray Live. Now I'm here.
Hey, Max talks about relationships with me and Tugs. I think that's like you get a little flack from Gary on
Uh,
that one.
oh, he was. so funny on FNT. He's like that fucking simp. Like, oh my God.
I was like, oh no, poor Max. He's not even here to defend himself.
Oh, that's okay. Honestly, like
It's banter love.
it's banter, and it's like I was talking about this with my buddy the other night when we were doing a live stream. Guys give each other shit, and sometimes when they don't, it's almost kind of like or
Don't you
when they
love me?
do give yeah, yeah, it's almost like if they don't give you shit, you're like, "Oh, did I do something wrong?" So it's almost like, that's the reason why what's his name? Dan Vask gets called gay. It's the reason why everyone gives Jay a hard time. It's why everyone calls Ryan a white supremacist. Like, you know, we
Well, I
give each
thought
other
he
shit
was a white
because we.
supremacist. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no, I guess you're right. That's true. He is. Um,
Don't
so
tell
yeah, I
lies.
mean,
I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
uh, no, no. I mean, even Ryan would be like, yeah, what about it? Even he would just own
Yeah,
it,
it just bounces off of him like, what,
right?
so? But I
You know,
love that. I love that. It just is a
so
form of love. People don't understand it. That's okay. I don't understand everyone either.
and that's totally fine. It's definitely more of a guy trait, I feel like.
I think I'm more man
Y-
than anything, like a man head. Like I think like a man. I don't know. Maybe because I
I,
grew up with brothers.
I was gonna say, you were a tomboy, weren't you, growing up?
Yeah, it wasn't until I was 24 that I realized that was more female than male, like personality wise.
Oh,
Um,
thank God you didn't grow up now, because I hate to say it, X-Ray, but
I would have been transgender.
you would have been mutilated.
Yeah. So I grew up with two brothers. They are wonderful and they were mean and evil and I don't know if it was banter when you're a kid, but definitely teased me. So maybe that's why I really like the banter now that I'm older. It's like some childhood thing. Um, but
They were wonderful and mean and evil,
yeah,
but they
but
were wonderful.
it was a type of love, and I mean, I didn't like it at the time, but it's fine now.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until my girlfriend, she goes, "You're not a tomboy." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I'm a tomboy. I do Muay Thai. I bike around a lot. I do a lot of activities, and I hang out with the dudes or whatever." Uh, and then she's like, "Just look at your bathroom." And I kid you not. So used to be an esthetician. I'm gonna blow my nose. Sorry, guys. And like snot coming out of my nose.
Oh no. It's the worst when it's like
Uh,
it's literally like a faucet that you can't turn off. It's
I
just so
wish I could
runny.
turn it off. Anyways, so we go to my bathroom, and because I was an esthetician, I take care of my skin. Face wash, two different types of face wash, scrub, masks,
Oh.
multiple lotions, serums, and then she's like, "Look at your makeup." I'm like, "I don't wear makeup." She's like, "When we go out, you do." I was like, "Okay, fine, fair." And she's like, "You're a girly girl." I'm sorry to tell you. I'm like, "Oh my god, I am. I am."
Damn. I'm
And
so thankful for your friend.
yeah, I mean, like, it's okay if I never kind of came to the conclusion myself. I'm sure I would have at some point. But yeah, I consider myself a tomboy up till like 24.
Wow. That's a good portion of your life.
Yeah. For more of it than I lived.
Yeah.
For more than
Jeez.
half of it. Sorry. Not
Yeah.
more of it than I lived. What am I talking about? Yeah. That is yeah. I had to change my thoughts after I figured that out. What a weird thought to have up to like an adult age. Even though I like loved going out to the clubs and drinking and looking cute and all that, I still thought of myself as a tomboy.
Out to the club.
Or the curb.
The
The way
curb.
Chris Gore tells it, it's like it's so funny. He's like, she's been out all night, smoking, drinking, yelling. And I'm like, oh my god, sounds like something you've been doing, Chris Gore. Maybe not smoking, but you
Um,
know.
when we yeah, when my friend Aaron and I went to go see Chris's movie uh out here in California when he did the premiere, and this was probably like a few weeks back. and he was so blitzed that like when he was doing the Q&A after the movie, he was just like he didn't know where he was.
Oh no.
It was great.
Oh,
Chris
Chris.
is Chris is a gem.
He
He's an
is a
absolute gem.
chameleon. He can hang with anyone.
Anyone and everyone. It's
And
awesome.
it's a good it's a really good trait to have because he's just overall very friendly and very nice, and he's also very kind and giving, and you know, the type of humans we all should strive to be.
Yeah. Um, well, thank you, Jay. I appreciate you saying that. Jay says it's actually hard to find balanced and analytical comic reviews like Drinker and Mahler do for movies. It may be a niche, but your stuff is good, Max. Thank you, Jay. I,
Aww.
I appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you. And yeah, I like doing it. It just takes a while for me to actually do it because you know, critique and analysis of any type of film, comic, any type of art like that is takes a little bit. So
Well, you have to like if I ever really reviewed something to the extent that I want to, I have to watch it twice
yeah, yeah.
because
Once just for kind of enjoyment, and then the second time really like understanding it, right? Like coming to
yeah, that's why like it
take
was really
take
hard
notes.
for me to do those watch reactions because I had to watch things and then like react right away. No, I was just I had fun watching it, and
Yeah,
that's why like for Star Trek streams that's like a nice blend for me because then I didn't have to worry as much about analyzing it. It was just like initial thoughts on the episode.
there you go.
So
Yeah, and those you can do pretty quick. Um,
yeah.
the
Guess who's in the
analysis is
chat?
like, yeah,
Guess who's in the chat? Miss
is it our girl?
Charlie's Max's Angels.
Yeah, baby.
Hi, Kara. We're called Max's Angels now. By the way, he accepts our proposal. Just so you know.
I did so with clenched teeth, but I'll
Clenched
take one for the
teeth. Yeah,
I
right.
I'll take one. I'll take one for the team. It's all right.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
No, I'm excited.
We're
I'm
gonna
looking
make it
forward to it.
Hollywood style, you know. Charlie's
We
Angels. You're our beta male.
Wow.
I'm
What?
kidding. I'm kidding. We would never do that to you.
I keyed. I
A
keyed.
kid, a kid.
Well, I'm gonna make you guys my freaking fresh and fit bimbos then, if that's the case.
We're both making you sandwiches.
Oh my God, I'm gonna be a king.
Max is like, this is the sister wives I didn't know I wanted.
I never knew I wanted until now.
Oh my
You
god.
guys are gonna have to be my wing women though. Like, this is my time to shine. Comic conventions, you know,
Oh my god.
cosplay, females wearing cosplay, like, yeah.
Do I have to cosplay? Like, should I cosplay? I don't even know.
You don't need to. I mean, if you want to, it'd be fun, but then you got to bring your costume all the way to Texas, and it's like, yeah.
Well, I'm bringing a check bag home. Maybe I should just buy it and send it to like Garrett since he's gonna kind of be living in that area anyways.
Oh yeah.
That would probably be the easiest.
Chat, you guys are unbeatable. Disbrew says you don't need both for sandwiches. One can fan him with a giant leaf.
Ah! Disparu!
Yes.
And feed him
And then
grapes.
yeah, Harley says, "Feed me grapes, wench."
Oh my god. Kara is Cameron Diaz and I'm Lucy Liu. Yeah.
Yeah, now we just need a Drew Barrymore. Did anyone in chat want to be Drew Barrymore? Anyone? Anyone?
Do we have a redhead in the chat? Calling redheads.
Calling all redhead.
Oh, dyed is fine too, guys, okay? Well,
Ooh,
actually, I don't know.
honestly, I kind of like that dyed red hair. I must be so inclined to say so myself. I think sometimes the dyed red looks better.
Oh, so you like the very bright red.
Almost kind of like a deep red.
A deep
Not like a
red.
not like a bright red where it's like, oh, this is harming my eyes.
No, so not fluorescent.
No, no. But like, I don't know. I've seen some good red that's like,
Kara says she used to be a redhead.
uh-oh.
Ooh, snap. Pictures or it didn't exist. Send me a
Is it?
picture.
Yeah. Send Bob's. No.
Send Bob's and Vagens. Vagens.
I mean I meant your hair bob. Come on.
Okay,
Everyone
so I
knows. Everyone
basically
knows that.
primed all of them. The next stream is going to be priming again. Um, I just had just enough paint. I couldn't even paint the backpacks with the paint because I used it all. So this gives me a good idea of what I need for the next time. A little bit more. So I'll start with the backpacks and then I'll start with the next coat of things. Because this is
Um,
cool. I like the color of these. Because it'll be
Good.
deeper.
I'm glad you like them. Yeah.
So
I'm glad that you liked how they turned out. I think you're really gonna have fun doing this, and we'll even look at like some other like because now we'll start looking at okay, what do we want to do for the shoulder pads? The weapons are pretty simple. We can just go with the black and silver for the weapons. Um, but yeah, like do you want to do like a black shoulder pad or like a white shoulder pad or no, like a gold shoulder pad?
I
I
think
think you
I'm
said
doing
purple and
gold,
gold.
gold, because I'm looking at the box and it kind of is like my guide. So they have symbols on their arms that's white. I might keep that a white symbol with gold trim, and then I would love gold weapons, everything. And I think I'm going to do either a gold cape or a black cape, just to kind of keep it simple.
Ooh, okay, okay.
So that's the thoughts. I'm being a little what do you call it? Inventive or imaginative. That's what color palette I would like for
Nice.
my Space Marines. Cause this is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm enjoying this. Like the chats while I paint. But I know for next time I'm gonna need more paint because this is not enough. This was not enough for everything. At least for one coat.
Are you saying that the palette needs to be more wet?
No,
We
well,
just
more
we
wet and
just
more
need more
paint. I just need
more
more. Just
more
need
paint,
more.
more wet.
I'm
Yeah.
being a modern woman. I need more of everything.
Oh my God.
It
More,
was
more,
not
more.
enough.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can even kind of see that the paint is drying out a little bit. So,
yeah, well, no, I there's no paint left. So this
yeah.
is an
But at
ex-
least now, like you said, you have a good understanding of what you need. And now, and you've also gotten a good mix of like, okay, I know I need this amount of blue, this amount of red, this amount of white. Um, so that's good. I still have, so I've got what, eight man squad right now of my guardsmen. I think I need two more, and then I'll move on to probably some artillery, or I'll go back to some Black Templars, or I may start painting with you. I don't know. I like building more, but if you're painting, I might want to paint with you. So,
well, next time is just gonna be the next prime coat. So
okay.
because this is gonna take I think a month to paint. I have a feeling.
Yeah, it won't take like a stream. It'll take quite a few. Um, Especially if you're only painting once a week. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll take a bit.
yeah, and then next time I do this too, I think I'm gonna actually do proper videos of each time I do because it would have been nice to do like a video on the priming, a video on the painting, and then the
Oh
detail.
yeah. Yeah, so you could put it up on the channel and go, "Hey, I'm building some
Yeah,
Warhammer figures."
yeah. Jason R. I don't know if I remember acknowledging this, but thank you for becoming a member. Oh
Oh,
my
nice.
gosh. So let's see, what are you working on now? Show. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so these are just kind of some of the guys that I'm building my Imperial Guardsmen. My Cadian Shock Troops is their proper title.
Canadian
But
shock
yeah, I got
troops.
a flamer, and then I got I guess you could call him a lieutenant. I think that's what his title is. I don't know if he's a lieutenant or a captain. Uh, let's see.
How do you know, or is
Oh,
just
he's
based on the
actually just the
box?
sergeant. Say again?
Like, how do you know what the level are they? I think I'm gonna print out things and put them at the bottom so I know who these are.
That,
I
that would
should
be,
have.
or actually, you could probably just get like a white Sharpie, and on the base, you could probably just put like the rank or something on the base if you want,
Because I,
or
I, I
like the
don't know
title.
who anyone is, and I kind of feel sad about that.
Oh.
That's okay.
Sometimes, if you want, if you really want to get intimate, you can name them. You give them
Ooh,
names, but
Mark
that's
1,
they're, they're all just different marks, different
Mark
variations of
2,
mark.
Mark 3. Number
uh,
1 has the biggest gun.
ooh.
Oh, Kara sent me a
Well,
red-haired picture.
oh my
Kara!
lord.
Oh no. Am I gonna fall in love with you, Kara? Or sorry, is Max gonna fall in love with you, Kara?
Oh no.
Oh my god! It looks so good!
Is it what type of red is it? Is it like red like your hat? Or is it
No,
red
no,
like
it's like it
oh
looks
okay.
it's very natural red. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Well,
Ooh, girl. I won't show it
X-Ray,
off.
have you ever dyed your hair any color?
Yes. So, let me see. I'll show you guys on the camera a picture from Instagram. Maybe do I have one from my personal maybe? That is so I got my hair dyed on my first run of trying to get married because apparently curls look better in dyed hair, like an ombre.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so I have uh I'm just trying to find a good picture of it. Okay, here. There.
Are you gonna try and
I'm trying to put it on cam. Oh my God, you
oh,
can
okay.
barely see it. My arm looks jacked there.
Um, you got that bicep separation, boy.
Yeah. Okay. That picture is not showing up really well.
Um,
Oh, here's another one.
oh my gosh, yeah.
There.
Oh, you do have a bicep. Nice.
Yeah.
That looks great actually. I really like that.
Yeah. So
And
it's
the curls worked well.
yeah. The curl. You could see the curls better with dyed hair because if I can find a picture of my hair curly, with just black. Here's a picture of the hair curly with just black, and you can't see it as well. So the color gives it some texture.
Those look really good. I
Yeah. So
Gary can make fun of me all I want or all he wants, but he's the one who knows what actual hairdresser terms mean,
yeah.
so I wouldn't know
This
what
is my
any of this
favorite
means.
haircut I've ever had.
Was the black but with curly?
No, no, just wait for it.
Oh.
It's
Oh
catching up.
no. I gotta wait. I gotta wait a few seconds. Oh boy. The black with the curls that does look good though. Do you miss the ombre?
No, because my hair was so split at the ends.
Oh. Oh
Like
my
I would,
god.
right?
Oh my god.
Oh, here's a. This one doesn't look bad because my hair's shorter and you can see um the curls better. But yeah, it doesn't look as cute with just black. I like it with a
A
little
little
bit
bit
of
of spice
texture.
on there. Yeah.
Yeah. God,
That
looking
is
back at
funny as
selfies.
hell. I love the bowl cut on you. I think you
It's
should go back to
so
that.
no, I shouldn't.
You should rock
No,
it.
that is it totally does look like a bowl cut, which is the worst. Oh wait, your
Um,
new hair? Is that you right now, Kara? Are you? Oh, new hair yet? Okay, meaning you haven't even shown me. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Oh my
um,
God,
you
Ugh.
need to do curls for the Dallas for
It's
Dallas fan
dry heat,
expo.
right? Down
Yeah,
there?
yeah. I think it's more humid once you're in Houston, and I think that's the anime Matsuri.
Yeah, because the
Um,
problem with my hair is if it's like, and that's why I don't curl up much in my area because the wet heat straightens it out. And I don't like using product personally on my hair. Um, yeah. Anyways, I'm just complaining about myself. Um, maybe I'll do it for stream for y'all, okay? Oh, you just got Kara just got a haircut. I can't wait to see it. I need to get a haircut.
Um, are you guys doing a Sunday fun day after this?
I think so. I'm gonna get some food and
Nice.
I think it starts at 2 to 5:30-ish. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, let me be the first to say congratulations on your first paint stream and for
Thank
painting your
you.
first models. Yeah.
It looks beautiful. I love it. I love the purple. I thought it would be too
Good.
dark, but it actually turned out really nice.
Cool. Okay, good. I'm glad that you liked the color and I'm glad that you liked how it turned out. Because yeah, I'll tell you this, my first models were a disaster. They were a
Uh-oh.
nightmare. Because it was just me getting the paint from the pot and going straight to the model and just globbing it on there
Oh.
until you like just couldn't see anything. And so yeah, I'm glad that you were able to use the palette and yeah.
Yes. Cool. So I just throw this out, of course, and then I hang the sponge to dry after I squeeze it.
I think so. I think that's what the instructions are. For me, I sometimes will use a paper towel instead of a sponge so I can throw it out. But I think for the sponge, yeah, you want to dry it. So,
Properly. Okay.
yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. Um, Chat, you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for
Yes.
hanging out, the super chats, all the good stuff for my stream back. And hopefully next time I'm a little better for y'all. I'm not so snotty.
It's not
A lot of snot.
stuffed up.
Yeah,
Um,
not in a fun
yeah,
way.
chat, thank you guys so much for being here. Disbrew, thank you for stopping by and
Yeah,
all my
and Kara.
members.
And
Yeah, and
Swoon, thank
Kara
you for
stopping by as well.
modding.
Yeah, all the mods that are in here are just freaking crushing it. And yeah, thank you guys for all your tips and tricks and tips and all that good stuff.
We love tips.
We love the tip.
Yeah, we love it all.
We
Tip
love all the
included.
tips. Tips for money tips, tips for painting, and other tips that are not mentioned.
But yeah, we'll check you next week if we're gonna do this. So you'll know when we know.
You'll know, yeah. Yeah, we've been really enjoying this. At least I've been enjoying the hell out of
Yeah, me
myself
too.
doing these.
Me too.
So yeah, we'll talk after this and we'll let you guys know soon. But yeah, thanks again, X-Ray. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And bye, chat.